Okay, let's unpack something I hear about all the time. It's really frustrating for people. You're doing the work, right? Logging calories, hitting the gym. Your diet looks solid, but that, stubborn bit of fat, often around the middle, it just won't shift.
It's a super common pain point. And actually, before we even get started, we have to address the headline claim here.
Okay.
You see these articles promising drinks that'll melt fat right off your belly.
Yeah, all the time.
We need to be crystal clear. Spot reduction. It's a myth.
Yeah.
A total myth. You can't just drink something and make fat disappear from one specific spot.
Right, that's a really important dose of reality. But okay, so if these drinks aren't magic belly fat removers, what's the point? What are we actually trying to achieve here?
The mission is about working smarter. Look, real fat loss, the kind that lasts, it needs a calorie deficit. That comes from your diet and exercise, period.
Okay.
These 5 drinks we're talking about today, they're like secret weapons. They're doctor-approved ways to support those efforts.
Support, not replace.
Exactly. They can kind of nudge your metabolism, maybe improve how your body uses energy, and a big one, help you feel fuller, more satisfied. Satiety.
Ah, satiety. So you naturally end up eating less later on.
Precisely. It's about giving yourself an edge.
I like that framing. Support tools. Okay, let's dive in. First up are the classics, right? The ones focused on metabolism, the thermogenic boosters.
Yeah, let's start there. And we begin with probably the most researched one, green tea. I mean, this has been used for centuries, and modern science keeps finding benefits.
And the sources point to 2 key things here. Caffeine, which most people know.
Right, the stimulant effect.
And these antioxidants called catechins, specifically epigallocatechin gallate, EGCG. Sounds complicated.
That doesn't sound technical, yeah, EGCG. But what makes it so crucial is the synergy,
Synergy with the caffeine.
Exactly. Caffeine gives you that little energy bump, burns a few extra calories, sure, but add EGCG, studies show it significantly ramps up the effect.
How?
Well, EGCG seems to target the actual mechanisms of fat mobilization. It boosts thermogenesis, that's just your body producing heat.
Burning calories to stay warm.
Right. And it encourages fat oxidation. That means using stored fat for fuel instead of just the energy you recently ate.
Okay, so it kind of tells your body, hey, maybe you burn some of this stored stuff.
Yeah.
The sources do say the weight loss effect is modest, though. It's not a miracle cure.
No, definitely not miracle results overnight. But the findings are consistent. It's a small, steady effect.
So if it's modest, is it really worth fussing over, the water temperature when you brew it? The sources mention that.
Oh, absolutely worth it. Because the preparation is key to keeping those active compounds, active. The sources are really specific. Don't use boiling water. You want water that's around, say, 175 Fahrenheit or 80 Celsius.
Why is that?
Too hot. And it makes the tea bitter, sure. But more importantly, it actually degrades those delicate catechins. You lose the very benefit you're after.
Okay, so you're destroying the EGCG.
Pretty much. They're heat sensitive. And drink it plain. No sugar, no milk. That just adds calories back in.
Got it. Good practical tip. Okay, moving from warm and grassy to warm and spicy. Drink number 2, lemon and cayenne water.
Right. And the first thing most people think with this one is detox.
Yeah, the cleanse idea.
Let's just get that out of the way. Your liver, your kidneys, they are amazing detox machines already. This drink isn't cleansing anything in that sense.
So what is the benefit then?
Well, the primary benefit, honestly, is just starting your day hydrated. Simple H2O.
We forget that sometimes, don't we?
Totally. Kicking off with a big glass of warm water is crucial. If you're dehydrated, your metabolism literally can't run efficiently. All those chemical reactions need water.
Okay, cayenne first. But the lemon and cayenne must do something, right?
They do, yeah. Lemon adds a bit of vitamin C, which is nice. The metabolic angle, though, comes from the cayenne pepper. That's the stuff. Capsaicin is the active component. Research shows it can give a small, temporary metabolic boost. Basically, it slightly increases heat production.
Like the green tea, but maybe even smaller.
Probably smaller, yes. And there's also some evidence it might act as a mild appetite suppressant, especially if you drink it before a meal.
Okay, let's manage expectations here. A pinch of cayenne.
Yeah.
It's not going to magically burn off breakfast, right?
Oh, definitely not. We're talking a very minor effect. It's not replacing a workout. But like you said, if the goal is small, positive steps, this counts. Plus, you get hydrated, maybe feel a bit more alert.
And how do you make it simple?
Super simple. Juice of about half a lemon, warm water, not hot, and just a small pinch of cayenne. Drink it before you eat breakfast.
Okay, so we've got the thermogenic side, covered green tea. lemon cayenne water, helping the engine run a bit hotter.
Right, that's strategy one, nudging metabolism. But sometimes the issue isn't the engine speed, it's the fuel gauge, right? Feeling hungry all the time.
So controlling appetite.
Exactly. So let's pivot to the second category. The satiety champions.
Yeah.
The drinks that help you feel full.
And the first one here is, well, it's a bit controversial sometimes, apple cider vinegar, ACV.
Yeah, ACV gets a lot of buzz. The key component we're interested in for this is acetic acid.
Acetic acid. And how does that help with fullness?
It seems the main mechanism is about slowing down how quickly your stomach empties.
Gastric emptying.
Right. So the food sits in your stomach a bit longer. This naturally makes you feel full for longer, which could lead to eating fewer calories overall during the day. You just don't get hungry as soon.
Okay, that makes sense. But here's where it gets tricky. The sources mentioned this 2024 study. I think it was in BMJ Nutrition, Prevention, and Health. It reported some really significant weight loss with ACV, like surprisingly big numbers.
And that's precisely why we need to pump the brakes a little. That one study made huge waves, huge headlines.
Yeah.
But those dramatic results, they really stand out compared to like dozens of other studies done over the years. Most previous research showed much more modest effects, if any.
So an outlier, maybe?
It could be. When one study shows something so different from the established consensus, you really have to be skeptical. You need to ask, was the study designed well? Can others replicate it?
Right.
So the most reliable takeaway is probably still that ACV's main potential benefit is moderate appetite suppression, not some kind of miracle fat burner.
Okay, that's a much more balanced view. Now, safety. This is crucial with ACV, isn't it? Because it's acidic. I know people who just knock back a shot of it straight.
Oof, yeah. Please don't do that. The sources are incredibly clear on this. ACV is highly acidic. Drinking it straight is terrible for your tooth enamel and can burn your throat and esophagus.
Seriously dangerous, then.
Absolutely. This is a non-negotiable safety point. You must dilute it, and we're talking minimal amounts. 1 to 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons, mixed into a large glass of water.
Teaspoons, got it. And are there people who shouldn't use it at all?
Yes. If you have certain digestive issues, especially gastroparesis, which is already slow stomach emptying ACV, could make it worse. And critically, if you're on medications, particularly diuretics or insulin for diabetes, ACV can affect potassium levels and blood sugar. You absolutely must talk to your doctor before trying it. It's not for everyone.
Really important warnings there. Okay, let's move to something maybe a bit gentler in the satiety category. Ginger tea.
Ah, yes. Ginger. Much more soothing. Its power players are compounds called gingerols and shogeols.
And they're known for being anti-inflammatory, right?
Yeah.
How does that link to weight?
It's becoming clearer that chronic, low-level inflammation in the body is linked to obesity risk and metabolic problems. So tackling inflammation with things like ginger contributes to overall metabolic health. It's part of the bigger picture.
Okay, but ginger does more than just fight inflammation in this contest, doesn't it? There's a study mentioned, I think, in the journal Metabolism.
Yes, a fascinating pilot study. They gave men a hot drink with about 2 grams of ginger powder. 2 things happen. First, they burn slightly more calories, digesting their next meal about 43 extra calories.
Okay, a small metabolic bump again, like the cayenne.
Tiny, but measurable. But here's the bigger finding, the real payoff. Those same men reported feeling significantly less hungry and much more full after the ginger drink.
So it hits both metabolism and satiety.
Exactly. It's a double action effect. The satiety part is likely much more impactful for most people. If you feel satisfied, you're less likely to snack or overeat later. That's where the real calorie savings happen.
It's like an appetite control tool disguised as a comforting warm drink. And making it is easy.
Super easy. Just grate about a teaspoon of fresh ginger, fresh is usually best, and steep it in hot water for, say, 5 to 10 minutes. Strain and drink.
Nice. Okay, that brings us to the final drink, which sounds like the heavyweight champion here. Less of a simple drink, more like a strategic meal. The high-protein morning shake.
This one is all about leveraging a major biological advantage, the thermic effect of food, or TEEF.
TEEF. Okay, break that down.
Simply put, your body uses energy, burns calories just to digest and process the food you eat. It takes work. But, and this is key, it takes different amounts of energy depending on what you eat. Carbs, fats, protein. They aren't all equal in terms of TEEF.
And I'm guessing protein is the winner.
By a landslide. Protein is the undisputed king of TEEF. Your body burns roughly 20 to 30% of the calories you get from protein just in the process of digesting it.
Wow, 20 to 30%. Compared to what for carbs and fats?
Much lower. Carbs are around 5 to 10%, and fats are tiny, maybe 0 to 3%.
So starting your day with a big hit of protein literally makes your body work harder and burn more calories right off the bat.
Exactly. It's an immediate metabolic kickstart built right into your breakfast.
And that's before we even talk about how full protein makes you feel.
Oh yeah, protein is the ultimate satiety champion too. Studies consistently show that a high-protein breakfast crushes hunger cravings for hours.
I've definitely noticed that.
And it does something else important. It seems to reduce cravings later in the day, especially for those high-fat, sugary snacks in the evening.
So it sets you up for better choices all day long.
Pretty much. And a shake is often just the most practical, time-efficient way to get a solid dose of protein first thing.
Okay, but how you make the shake matters for fat loss, right? You can't just blend protein powder with anything.
Definitely not. You need to be strategic. Use a good quality, low-sugar protein powder whey. Casein or plant-based options like pea or soy are all fine.
Low sugar is key.
Crucial. Blend it with water or unsweetened almond milk, maybe coconut milk. Avoid sugary fruit juices or syrups that completely negates the benefit.
What about adding things like fruit or veg?
Good idea for nutrients and fiber. A handful of spinach blends right in, you won't taste it. Berries add antioxidants and fiber without too much sugar. Just keep the base low sugar.
Makes sense. Okay, so those are the 5 main drinks. But there was a bonus tip too, right? About fiber.
Yes, a quick but powerful addition. Soluble fiber. Things like psyllium husk, chia seeds, or ground flax seeds. You can add them to water, or potentially some of these drinks, like the shake.
And what does soluble fiber do again?
It's amazing stuff. When it mixes with water in your stomach, it forms this thick, viscous gel.
So it's filling.
Extremely. It massively slows down digestion, which keeps you feeling full for a really long time. Plus, it helps prevent big blood sugar spikes after you eat. Really steady energy.
Okay, that sounds great. But there's a safety warning here too, isn't there? Specifically with psyllium husk.
Yes, and this one is very serious because psyllium husk thickens so incredibly quickly and so much.
Yeah.
If you don't mix it with enough liquid or if you don't drink it immediately, it can actually clump up and pose a genuine choking hazard. It can get stuck.
Wow, okay. That's scary.
It is. You have to mix it really well, vigorously, and drink it right away with plenty of water. Honestly, the safest bet might be to take your fiber supplement separately with its own dedicated large glass of water, just to be sure you're getting enough fluid down with it. Don't mess around with this one.
Okay, duly noted. Very important safety check. So, let's recap. We've got 5 doctor-approved morning strategies to help support fat loss efforts.
Yep. We looked at metabolism support, like green tea and that lemon cayenne water.
And the appetite controllers, the ACV drink with safety caveats, and ginger tea.
And finally, maximum satiety and that T8 advantage with a high-protein shake.
It's a good toolkit.
It is. But remember, these aren't magic bullets. They're support tools. Their real power comes from consistency and using them alongside a balanced diet and regular exercise. The key is finding 1 or maybe 2 that you actually like and can stick with. Turn it into a habit you don't even think about.
Make it automatic. Consistency really is everything, isn't it?
It truly is. And, thinking about that protein shake, it brings up an interesting final thought for you to chew on.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about protein having the biggest metabolic kick, that huge thermic effect of food. Most people tend to have their largest protein meal at dinner. So what might happen if you fundamentally shifted that? What if your largest protein dose came at breakfast instead? How could that ripple effect change your hunger, your energy, your food choices for the entire rest of the day, right up until bedtime?
Flipping the script on protein timing, that's definitely something to think about.